Welcome to my computer lab design. The first thing you'll notice is that this computer lab looks maybe different than what you might think of when you think of a computer lab. And there's a specific reason for that. One of the reasons is that I teach in a high school that already has a one-to-one program in place. And so this one-to-one program in particular does not require the need of your traditional kind of computer lab atmosphere. What it does need, though, is classrooms that fulfill those needs. And so what I've done is I've designed for you what's called a collaborative commons computer lab, and I'm calling it that because, one, it is kind of a computer lab in design, but it's also more collaborative in space, and I'll kind of walk you through why that is in a second. So the idea behind the computer lab was to introduce the concept of collaborative commons to high school teachers and students. The goal of a collaborative commons is to promote a learning environment that is flexible and effective for achieving the 4 C's. The 4 C's being collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking. All of those things being very important aspects of 21st century learning. Everything in the space is mobile. It can be moved, but there are distinct spaces. So I'll take you on a tour and kind of show you what some of those spaces are. So first we have over here in this section, you have what I would call your maybe think tank area. This would be an area where students could just sit and work maybe with or without their devices on really collaborating. It's great for group skills. If you're maybe into project-based learning, it'd be a good place to start brainstorming. Over here, you will notice there is a conference area. This would be for the teacher. The teacher would then be able to speak with a student individually, or 2 students, or parents, whoever comes in, and kind of have their own private space within a very open space that they maybe wouldn't have without that addition of the area. There's some bookshelves over here for storage, and you will also notice that there is a sitting space. It takes a second to load. Over here, where the teacher could maybe still watch the class in the sitting space and watch the rest of the class interact while they're maybe running a quick errand at the desk. Now, the goal of the collaborative commons would have the teacher to be as engaged in the learning as the students are. And so ideally you wouldn't want your teacher at the desk. Actually, ideally you'd want to have 2 teachers. And the reason I say that is because collaborative commons has an emphasis on collaboration, and therefore it would be in this computer lab an ideal environment to have 2 teachers, maybe team teaching. So I have this set up to have that type of learning environment, and the way I explained it in my project breakdown was that over here you could have a teacher doing a lecture, and over here you could have a teacher doing hands-on, and then you would maybe rotate and switch. You'd be teaching the same subject area, or maybe you would do a collaboration project with the history teacher doing the lecture and the English teacher doing maybe more of the Englishy side or literature side of a history lesson. And so you can have that in this space. I've created this space right now to only reflect 1 teacher being in the space, but obviously you could easily build in another space for another teacher. Now, one of the things I will point out that you'll notice in this classroom is that all of the tables and chairs are mobile. They can be moved, they can be pushed together, they can be pulled apart. You can have big groups, you can have little groups, you can have think, pair, share, whatever you need. It is in this environment. The other thing you'll notice is I have a portable projector and a portable projector screen. And my rationale for this was that it would be important to be able to move that projector and move that screen so that, let's say, this group over here is taking a test and this group over here is doing a presentation. So you can move that presentation over to this wall by just picking up that projector and that projector screen and moving them over here. So I will show you a couple more angles of the classroom so that you can see it from some various angles. Over here I have cabinet storage to kind of keep things nice and neat. I also put in the ever important coffee pot and microwave, although I doubt that I would actually get those in this computer lab design, but wishful thinking. So there you have it. This is my collaborative commons computer lab design. Thanks for watching.